Hey everyone, welcome to the 2029 off-season, Season 5 off-season, heading into Season 6. Gonna do this just to see kind of how everything with the team wraps up. I don't know how many games we'll play with this version, the Season 6 version of the team, but we'll take a look and kind of just get through it all because we're back-to-back national champs, you know? So let's take a look here at the schedule. Illinois, that was I'm pretty sure, wasn't this a comeback? No, we had a big second quarter. I remembered that wrong. But these two games, man, were a mental battle. These were tough, especially with them being on the road. I thought we were going to struggle all year on the road. Even that Iowa State game was close, but Cincinnati, big win at home. Utah, they ended up finishing unranked. West Virginia, that game was so bad. That was a bad one. And then I don't know what happened here. That Arizona game, no clue. I mean, obviously I threw some picks, I think, probably. I mean, pretty obvious I did. 3 turnovers, okay, 2 fumbles. So I only threw 1 interception, but whatever happened in, after that game's speech or whatever we want to call it, practices, we went on to beat the number 4, 5, 3, and 2 seeds in the playoff. We were on the road for these games here, the first 2, and also the national championship versus Oregon. We were home for the Notre Dame game, even though we were still lower seeded, which was weird. But either way, our offense kind of ignited. This game was fun too. Gonna throw this one in there. Go back and watch this. That third quarter or fourth quarter was insane. But I never would have guessed that we would have ended up national champions after a season start like that, because we moved to a much better conference this year. We went from the MAC. I'll actually take a look at the MAC first. They had 3 teams get 10 wins, 5 with 9 or more. So MAC's a good conference now, I guess, right after we moved. So let's then get back to the Big 12 though. Let's get back to the Big 12 though. We obviously scored the most amount of points. Cincinnati though, that's Samaj Jones, their quarterback. He broke some records this year actually. He was insane. Went against Texas Tech and TCU, had the best defenses in the Big 12, and then we had the worst. But I mean, it's kind of weird. I wish they could break it up or do something, because we played 17 games. We played an NFL schedule, and then like BYU played 12 games, and they played 13. Like the averages are just not the same. So I wish there was a better way to like figure that out, but. And then the Big 12 North, which is where we're at, 5-0 at home, 4-3 on the road. End of the year with that 4-game win streak in the playoff. We'll also look at the playoff, or not playoff, top 25. We'll go to the playoff after we take a peek at this, but this is how it ends up. I guess not ends up. I haven't simmed past the national title game yet, so let's actually do that to see where everything ends up for the 2028-29 season actually. And we shoot up to number 1. Probably could have guessed that would have happened after we went on that run. But our pro potential goes up to an A-. Our coach stability is an A. And our athletic facilities went up to a D. I don't even know how you raise that, but that's cool, I guess. But we started this team as it was either a half-star school or a 1-star school. And now we're all the way up to a 4-star program. Now we're in the end of season recap screen. Kamar Mathudi, 17 total tackles in that game against us in the title game. That is crazy. I mean, they had insane D-line and linebacker depth, so makes sense. He didn't come off the field though, I guess. But we do end up number 1. Few team, obviously everyone else drops. Some teams jump. Bowling Green, that's kind of a weird team. Eastern Michigan 2 goes up to 11. What else do we have? Anything else that stands out? USF, Tulsa, Akron, Louisiana, Liberty, Marshall, Troy. What is happening in this dynasty? Jeez, what is that? How many power conference teams are there? There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Okay. I mean, still over half, but that's still a lot of like new teams anyway. Just like I was doing that to point out, there's a lot of cool teams on the top 25. That ended it out. Heisman winner was Howie Dieter. Pretty sure he won it last year too. I think. Alex Lolito, though, an 89 redshirt freshman quarterback at USC, is absolutely crazy. Insane. And there's Samaj Jones, 78 overall. We'll take a look at the bracket now as well. See, Tulsa ended up, I guess that makes sense. They're ranked, but lost in the first round. Taking a look at the path here, we beat Kansas State in that rematch where we just blew them out in their house. And then that Bowling Green game had a crazy comeback from the Falcons, and then we had our comeback of our own, I'd say, against Notre Dame, and then Oregon just couldn't get going after the kind of that first drive in the third quarter, but they were able to still make it there pretty easily. Check out the award winners as well on the screen. Ben Laney, player of the I don't think he won Player of the Year. I don't remember that popping up or seeing that anywhere, but I'll take it. That's pretty sick. Player of the Year for Ben Laney. Heppo Mueller, that's a cool name. Coach of the Year, quarterback, Lolito, that freshman. Ben Laney's, obviously this is a skewed award, but good seeing a lot of guys up here. That's cool. True freshman, Ryan Bolt. He had 2 picks this year. Both were pick sixes. Javier Smith, Quinston John, and Von Aviles. All 3 of our running backs end up getting in there. That's cool. George Dove. Sam Houston State showing out. Love that. Elijah Jones, that guy was insane. That makes sense. Oregon, these 2 guys didn't have as much of an impact as I thought they would, honestly, in the game, but still earned my respect, and it kind of determined how we played that game as well, because we didn't, want them to destroy our game plan. Samaj Jones again won the Golden Arm Award. Wilcox, both of those Oregon guys again for best defensive ends right there. Nebraska for a lineman. I don't think he won tight end. I guess we'll see when I don't think he did. I don't remember writing that down. Broyles, linebackers, center, Groza. Ooh, George just missed it. And then punt returner. So those are the awards for season 5. That's what we ended up with. All-Americans as well. That freshman dude, like I said, he's insane. He's a freshman. He's first-team All-American already. Quinston John was a first-team All-American nationally, but he was the only one from the team to do so. Antoine Eakin made it second team, though, after being first team as a true freshman. And I think there's Hopper, like I mentioned before. I don't think we had any other. Yeah. But now we'll go to the Big 12. Lee Durbin made it as a freshman, tight end, redshirt freshman. Samaj Jones again, obviously. John Eakin. Huff. So glad he's gone. I hated Huff. He was so annoying, dude. Parker Lesser, I'm gonna cry. Jamerson Horn, George Lincoln, and then I believe that was it. We had a lot more when we were in the MAC, but pretty obvious when we were just that much better than teams. So that's how it goes sometimes. Now that we have better teams in our conference, we're not gonna have as many guys get all conference recognition. So move over now to the end of season stats for all the guys. We'll also look at some career stats too, since a lot of the guys, we'll have some guys that were part of our first class leaving. So Benjamin Fox still got over 3,000 yards with that playoff run. Conrad McBurrows came in and gave us a good spark, like kind of in the early first half of this season when Fox got hurt. But then we just kind of turned into the team that rode the hot hand. He started throwing his own interceptions, got bit by the turnover bug like Fox did early. And then once Fox came back and led us to the comeback against Colorado, everything since then kind of went the way it went. So that's the reason we did that. Quinton John got to 1,400 yards on the year and 14 touchdowns, only one fumble too. Ben Fox, way too many fumbles at 12, but also I need to slide better. I need to not be an idiot when I run with him. But very good production. We were the top rushing team in the country. I wish the computer kind of ran more. I don't know how to fix that, but it is what it is. And then Bell and Carden his first season starting, true starting, he got over 1,100 yards, 8 touchdowns, and then Trayon Bell in his final season, almost 1,210 touchdowns. So his speed, once we kind of started taking advantage of that a few years ago, definitely helped get things rolling. And Eakin, of course, as well. Once we got a tight end that could stretch the linebackers and just be a safety man coverage mismatch, that helped so much too. So he's a 2-time national champ in his 2 years of college football. And then Cooper had that insane catch in the national title game. Didn't count for a touchdown, but one of his 29 receptions. He hasn't done really anything since getting on campus, but that was probably his best play since being here, I'd say. Sacks, I might as well look at the sacks too. Ty Barnes, we took him out, and then Keegan Vick only allowed 3 sacks. So that was also a part of it. I feel like the line wasn't very good. Like I said, Grant Huff, I hated him. Glad he's gone, but Ray Hills had some good pancake blocks, I thought. Everyone else did pretty good besides Ty Barnes. He sucked. Should have went away from him a lot longer. And then there is the man of the hour, I'd say. The one I'll miss the most. He'll go down in history and have his number retired. Parker Lester, the middle linebacker that locked up for us every year that he got on campus. So many tackles for loss. It's insane. He was just so fast out of the 3-3-5 blitzes up the middle. Sometimes it would just be instant. I didn't know how that would work, but it was insane. And then both of our safeties here, that's not usually good either, being at 100, but we do a lot of, safety in the box formations on defense. So, but yeah, that's it. That's probably why. Laney, 33 TFLs, 19 sacks though. That's we'll take a look at the TFL specifically now. Cuero was a really good run stopper for us. And then, like I said, Ben Laney, 19 sacks to set the school and Big 12 record. Ellis Berry had a good year at 9.5. And I don't know what happened to Dwayne Burks, man. This guy was a monster last year and just was quiet. Was pretty much non-existent this season. Whether that's because everyone focused on him and that freed up Ben Laney, I don't know. But otherwise, I thought Malachi Samuels as well and Rudy Homer stepping up as new guys in the middle for our defense. That was kind of a transition as well, with Steph Green leaving and some of the other guys we'd had for a while. But they ended up getting along well with the rest of the team. 3 guys with 3 interceptions. Sylvia, Presley are 2 outside guys, and then Lester, like I said, the man in the middle. Both of Reinbold's interceptions went for touchdowns, so that's cool. The first one was right before half in that Illinois game. That was an awesome play. That one hit my desk. That one was awesome. That was like top 10 on the season, probably, I would say. Nothing else really, though, stands out to me in terms of tackles or TFLs. Here, deflections, I guess they look at as well. Sylvia, yeah, it looked like just catch the ball, guys. Some of them were hard. I know some of Sylvia's deflections were like right at the last second. So I think that might be that knockout badge he has. But I wish this worked too. The catches allowed, that'd be nice to see. And then Laney with 2 fumbles, probably both off of sacks. But that's how the season turned out. We didn't have any punt return touchdowns or kick return touchdowns. Bell had some ones in the season before and really good returns in the title game, but nothing really after that, or this season I should say, that we would really need to look at. We do have 40 skill points, so I'm going to use those here since we did win the national title game. I wanted to use it for the insta commit, but we can't do that yet because I wouldn't have enough points. This costs 30. Maybe I do the recruit. We can't do the recruiter one. I don't know what to do. What's visits? That's what this one cares about. Okay, or helps with. And then scheme. Oh yeah, this just makes people not get tired as fast. What about motivator? That's the same thing. Okay, these I might just sit on the points. What about does program builder have anything I'd want? Pipelines, second best 2 pipelines by 1 tier. It's weight attempts. Players are less likely to go pro. Increased home field advantage. And we'll just wait. We'll wait on the coach upgrade since we're almost capped out anyway. So we are going to. Don't believe there's anything else. We can maybe look at the scores and schedules. We got the bowl games, conference championships. We'll look at these. Who won? Liberty won Conference USA. Bowling Green, like we know, won the MAC. We won. Coastal Carolina dominated the Sun Belt. Tulsa with the American. Boise State in a good game against San Jose in the Mountain West. That's a weird logo. Texas loses to Georgia SEC. Virginia Tech over Florida State, and Oregon beat USC, like I said in the last video. So I think that now should be okay. We saw the scores, who won the national stuff, or won the conferences. Doesn't really matter who won the other bowl games because we won the playoff. That's really what matters most since we were in it. So I'm gonna go ahead and sim to start the offseason officially. Let's get into it now. Players leaving. This is gonna suck. This is gonna be very sad. Maybe he gets drafted. Quinton John projected first round. Oh my gosh. Okay. That's unexpected, but who am I to stop him? Why would I not let him go? You know, that wouldn't make much sense. That's crazy. But no one else maybe getting drafted? Parker Lester, second round. Let's go. No persuasion chance because, yeah, we're not going to try, but let's go. We got 2 guys drafted this year, or projected to be drafted, and both of them are top 2 rounds. That's Quinton John's even leaving early. I did not expect that to happen, but there's some of the guys on offense: Quinton John, Trayon Bell, some linemen: Damian Green, Andrew Spanway, Grant Huff, and then Ish Coons. Quite a 3-man. You know, hey, these are guys that were here the whole time that laid the foundation for the offense and how it like operates now. So it's a big change. And then the same with the defense: Parker Lester, Ben Laney. Who else we got? LS Berry, John Decker, Malachi. It's gonna be a big turnover next season in terms of the names that we'll see on the field. That's awesome, dude. Let's go. Who else should we look at in terms of? Oregon has a few guys drafted. I wonder if anyone's going to transfer to us. I really hope so. No one's transferring away, so that's cool. But we'll just go ahead after that and advance into the next week to see draft results. I'm pretty sure that's what we would look at. Somehow we didn't move up any progress on the bar. Oh, it's recruiting. Okay. Draft results though, we got 3 guys drafted. Grant Huff somehow snuck in there. I mean, whatever, he sucks. So, but hey, he counts on our accolade sheet, so I'll take it. Parker Lester, though, in the second round. Quinston John in the first as a junior. 94 overall. What a beast. Are they still on here in terms of career stats? I just realized I didn't look at that. Yeah, there we go. Whoo, almost missed that. Almost missed this. Parker Lester with 512 tackles in his 4 years playing for the Mammoths. That is insane. And then he had 100 TFLs flat as well. Let's take a quick look at just that overall again. 100 tackles for loss, 15 sacks, 4 interceptions. He had a fumble recovery, 1 touchdown. Just the best player we could have possibly had in the middle. There was that linebacker, I can't remember his name, but we actually pivoted to Parker Lester, I believe in the year 1 recruiting, because a linebacker I was recruiting he had 91 speed, so a little faster than Lester, what he came in at, but he went to Iowa. Iowa flipped him from us, or pulled him away at the end. And then Parker came here. So that's one of those what ifs, What if Parker Lester never shows up on campus? That's crazy. Jamerson Horton, though, almost had 300 total in his career. Michael Roderick was the guy that jumped like 18 skill points that first offseason. Played quite a bit, ends with 266 and 5 interceptions. Greenwood with 202 as a senior. Anyone else? Ben Laney, 28 sacks. We'll show the sacks as well. 28, 18, and then, 15. Those are the senior 7 for Decker. I felt like he could add more. He was just one of those dudes that got the pressure. He never really got the sack that often. The TFLs for Parker Lester is insane. That doesn't make sense, but we did blitz him a lot from the 3-3-5. And then we'll take a peek at some interceptions too. Selvia was 6. He'd have a lot more if he had good hands. And then Lester with 4 leaving here. So we're gonna need we're gonna need just a lot more people to step up on defense. And we kind of started with that being the secondary. And then the secondary kind of wasn't that this year, I'd say. But next year, a lot of the linebackers are gone, but the secondary will be back. So kind of flips again. That's kind of, I guess, how our flow is going to be on defense, at least right now. But man, that's a crazy number for Parker Lester. 5'12", 100, 15 sacks, and 4 interceptions with a pick. Absolute monster. I need to obviously make sure that we take a look at the offensive ones too. Quinston John just broke the 4,000 yard mark in his career that last game. Just under 6 yards in average, 25 touchdowns rushing too. Quinston John would have had a lot more touchdowns if Bonavides didn't vulture them, but he is also, 6'1", 234 and just a bruiser. So yeah, look at that, 23 broken tackles compared to his 35, where he had pretty much a whole another season of playing time. So Benjamin Fox too, 28 fumbles in his career. That's really bad, but he's over 1,000 yards, so that's pretty cool. And then receiving as well, Trayon Bell, 1 yard away from getting to 3,100, but he did get to 30 career touchdowns, which is crazy. Almost over half of his yards were rack. He was a speed demon, and that's how we used him to help stretch the field and kind of ignite the offense when we needed it, because he was always there to do it. He stepped up every time. Now we'll go actually and get our first look at the transfer portal to see how it turns out and who wants to be a Mammoth after we are now back-to-back national champions. I'm kind of excited to see, because before we do that actually, we don't have any high school recruits that we need to get to commit. Nick Malden and Doug Vaughn were guys that we got towards the end of the year and locked them up. So, and then we had Nordy, a lot of guys commit late, but right now as it sits, we're at 13th in the country with 11 4-stars, 17 total commits, and then in the Big 12 we are first. Good to see BYU up there too, because they need as much help as they can get. They suck, but either way, who's going to be in a Mammoth next season? The number 2, some linemen, and that's it. 2 linemen from Minnesota, Cedric Chubb and Mitch Lawrence, and then Ben Mundy from number 8 Virginia Tech. So we lost 3 guys on the O-line, so let's bring in some more guys, I guess, and just make sure we don't lose any of that talent and strength in the trenches. As sophomore, junior. Okay, that's pretty good. But I'm gonna try and like browse here a little more to see who else might be an option for us. Didn't really have any other options outside of Mundy, Chubb, and Lawrence, so threw those guys on the board, scouted them, they look good. So Mundy's got even a platinum badge, which is awesome, and then even quick drop, bronze, and that one silver ground and pound. So those all 3 would be super nice to have. And then Jalen Clowney was a tight end that from Chicago, Illinois, so where Benjamin Fox is from. We have a good pipeline there. A lot of MAC or Midwest schools looking at him, or on his list at least. No one's offered him yet. We offered him, and I'm throwing everything at him right now because he's got 86 speed. Not a very good deep route runner for a vertical threat, but we just need a tight end on the board, especially because Antoine Eakin will be a junior next year, so he's a sophomore right now. So we're going to take that and just see, no visits yet, but I'll go more in depth over the everyone else in the class too once we get everything wrapped up here. So I'm going to go ahead and exit recruiting for week 1. Nothing too crazy happening this year, it looks like, for the off season in terms of additions or subtractions, besides, you know, the guys we knew would leave in the draft / graduation. So it is what it is. We jump up the first though for Clowney, so that's sweet. Good start with that, and we unlock something. Master Motivator. I don't know, what did we get that one for? Is that one for having players drafted? Motivator. What does this do? Quarterbacks recover faster. Oh, but injuries aren't like even in this game, so that kind of sucks. That's not a very good one. So let's just take a look at the update quick for week 2. We are number 1 for everybody now, so I'm just gonna go ahead and get everybody set up as a hard sell. Make sure and try and get the best one possible, and then I will also get them in on visits. That looks probably the best, I would say. Let's get you. We at least know Coach Prestige A+. That's gonna help. So I'm gonna get this finished up, and then we will sim to week 3, guys. Just finished up getting all their visits scheduled, and we got 1 of them, Ben Mundy, 2 of them, Cedric Chubb, 3 of them, Mitch Lawrence, where you can't see my fingers, 3 of them. Oh, we didn't get the 4th one in Jalen Clowney, but we did get a very, very big lead over Iowa now. So that's awesome. We got 3 huge lineman commits, and I believe they were all, one of them was the number 2 transfer guy in the country, and then yeah, all of them are top 40. So that's insane. Let me look at the actual like guards list. We got the 2 top, or not 2 top, we got 2 of the top 4 guards in this transfer class. That's awesome. Reinforcing the trenches, and then him, Jalen Clowney, we just need to wrap him up. He should be committing here very soon. I'll just make sure we give him as many points as possible. So I'll go ahead now and just kind of go through the guys that will be on the team for us next year. So Ben Aguilar, he was our number 1 guy from like week 1 or week 0, I guess, season 5. 90 speed, 77 zone, 78 tackling. So needs to get a little better there, but he has the speed we look for on defense, and he's from St. Paul, Minnesota, close state to us. So that elite development. Let's go. I just realized we can see that stuff now. Let's go. Balin Cheeseman, star development with platinum winning time. 84 finesse moves, 84 speed, a great pass rushing asset that's going to be on the team now. Yazi, left tackle from Wisconsin, impact, very good pass blocker, better pass blocker than run blocker, but pretty good against finesse. Tito Guardado, another linebacker that's a gem, solid impact dev trait, but he's okay speed. He's more, yeah, like it says, run stopper, maybe more of a middle guy, but that's speedy. He'll have to get a little faster, I think. Victor Adeniji does not need to get faster. 94 speed, 78 deep route. Solid release, honestly, too, at 75. So he will be a very good help for us next year with Trayon Bell not being on the team. We have another Fehoko, Frederick Fehoko instead of Patrick Fehoko, and this one's a guard, so he's a lot bigger than Patrick. Solid speed for a guard. Really good impact and lead blocking, though, so love seeing that, and he's strong as an ox with 93 strength. Eli Trapuka, more of a power rush guy, 80 speed, 82 power move, solid dude there. I didn't look at no crazy dev traits I missed. Connor Clapp, funny name, Clapp the quarterback. This one sucks. We were at the top for George Null for quite a time. Elite development, and then I think he went on a visit to Auburn and just committed right there. So that sucks, but we did end up getting a different gem linebacker, star development at least. So DeMarcos Cavazos. I don't know. DeMarcus. We'll call you DeMarcus. 87 speed though. Really good strength as well. 85 strength. So he's got the speed that Parker Lesser had, but he's more of a pure run blocker or run stopper. Cortland Davis is the guy that'll be more of the pass rush or passing situations at the middle linebacker spot. 89 speed, 71 zone, better than Cavazos. A gem corner and Steven Kaufman we found late. Good speed at least to build on. Probably definitely a red shirt candidate, I'd say. Ted Rossi, another 4-star guard. We just build the trenches. That's what we focus on. If we're not going to be good anywhere, at least we can push teams around. Melvin Denbo, very glad we locked him up after Quinson John left, because we only have, I think, 3 running backs right now. Clay Thomas will be the quarterback commit this year. Baraka Noriega, another guy, elusive back though. So we get 2 backs receiving and elusive, just like Quinson John and Javier Smith in the same class a few years ago. Then here's the guys we lost on: Billy Durbin, Tyree Griffin, Devontae Stinchcombe, crazy name, Pete McFarland, another middle linebacker, Taj Bond, he was one I really wanted but only star, Rashard Lane, big time running back, Quentin Chamberlain, and Teddy Porter, Thomas Loringer, whatever. Elite, that sucks. Lost out on a lot of guys, but we lost out to guys that have a lot of, they're big programs. So it's, you can only do so much with the NIL resources we have, I guess. We need more donors. But then there's the transfers we just got. Nick Malden, gem free safety, 95 speed hybrid. So that'll be fun. I think he'll be a fun player to have with 74 man coverage, 66 zone. And then even Doug Vaughn too. A little bigger, but he's got similar skills, just a little slower. So I think though, we're sitting pretty with how we have this class shaping up. We're in top 10 in the country, probably fall out if I had to guess. 34 total commits, holy cow. But we'll just have to see kind of how it ends up, because we only have 1 guy left on the board. So let's see if he commits this week and then get 2 position changes. Come on, Clowney. Join the squad, and he does this week. Thank you very much. You just made this offseason just 1 step shorter. So now we're just going to go over to signing day. We did level up again. So now we're at 50 points after signing day came and gone. So let's now, I think we can Yeah, we can now get the insta commit. So I'm going to do that. We're getting CEO, chance at insta commit when offering scholarship as top school. That's what we're going with. We only have 2 levels left because you can only go up to 50 for some dumb reason. So it is what it is. Signing day, though, we'll take a look at where we ended up. Probably dropped, if I had to guess. Yeah, we dropped quite a bit, it looks like. Dropped 6 spots down to 15, but we still have the top spot in the Big 12. Look at that. Left guard, right guard, center, left tackle, building the trenches. Kansas State got some good guys, especially in the secondary, it looks like. Texas Tech, some guys there. A lot of these guys got a lot more commits than we did, but we got more quality commits, I'd say, because we have 14 4-stars, and no one else is close to that. We have twice as many as Kansas State. So they have a long path ahead of them to catch up with us, it looks like. Position changes. Oh, this should be fun. I don't think, did we have any? We don't have any. We had one athlete, that's right, Thomas. I said he was going to be a quarterback. We'll put him there and just let him develop, because Nick Burrows is a redshirt junior, Fox will be a senior, Larry Barron's a senior, and then Melendez redshirted last year. But he is the next man up, I'd say, like 1,000%. Clay Thomas, you can just kind of chill out for a bit. Running back, though, oh, we have way more backs than I thought. I forgot about some of these guys, but Quinston John's gone now, so Javier Smith is the top guy. We got some thunder and lightning, Javier Smith and Von Aviles, I'd say, and then a little more thunder with some juice. Marco Folkerts, he hasn't played much, but these guys, hey, good 72. That's pretty good as a freshman, so I will take that all day. I think Javier Smith can do it, though. I think he can step up and be the lead back now in his last season on the team. We do have a fullback. Sydney Aaron's the new fullback. Ish Coons graduated, got a little more speed now, and then George Lemons was a QB. I moved to fullback just because he's from Alaska. Terrence Cooper, Carden at the top of the receiver chart. No one here we need to move. Victor Denergy comes in at 73, though. That's nice. That's nice to see. So these guys, a lot besides Carden, like no one here is established, you could say, especially Cooper. He has definitely underperformed or underwhelmed me. So we have some speed, though. Fahoko 95 with 93 Excel. Maybe he finds the field. Eakin, easy, tight end 1, no doubt. Clowney comes in at 68 as a redshirt junior, so that sucks. I thought he would have been a sophomore. God dang it. I hate that. Left tackle, 75 for Yazy. Guard, Lawrence came in, and he is the #1 guard right off the rip over Chukwuma. Benyeke Chukwuma. Chubb is actually the backup guard coming in behind Gabriel Garrison. And then Ray Hills is still the #1 guard because Ben Mundy's the 3rd. So we might move some linemen around because we have a lot of depth. What do we got here? We can move, let's move a left guard. Let's move you, Ted, to left guard to balance it out a little bit. So we got 2 juniors, sophomore, freshman, seniors, junior, freshman, junior, 3 seniors there, that's a lot. Senior, junior, freshman. We got, I think we're okay with how we are here. Yeah, I think we're fine. We got depth out the wazoo on the O-line. D-line, not as much, though. Sean Costanzo stepped up big towards the end of the year, but he will need to step up even more now as a redshirt senior on the edge. And Dallas Pollock needs to step up too with his pass rush. We started with him pass rushing last year over Ben Laney. He didn't do anything, we lost. And then Ben Laney comes in and sets the Big 12 sack record. So fix your skills, man. Come on, Dallas. Dwayne Burke's gonna still be top dog on the right side, though, at 92. Hopefully he has a bounce back year And then 3 freshmen 74 overall DNs. That's awesome. So we're going to move Cheeseman to the other side. And then I think that's okay with where maybe we move Grossman too. Cheeseman, and we got Grossman and Cheeseman. That'd be kind of funny if they turned out to be like dogs. What a combo. Maybe we actually move someone to D tackle because we don't have a lot of depth. Is anyone big? No one's actually that big. Okay. Never mind. We'll just have to roll with this. Homer, Carmichael, Trayvon Wilkins, and Kashawn Merritt. We'll have to really go hard at the D tackles in the next recruiting cycle. Oscar Fisher gets his first time starting or major playing time because he is quite a bit ahead of everyone, especially Ben, but good speed for Ben. Mike Tubbs, man, our linebacker room is so much different than what it used to be. It is gonna be crazy. Maybe we what is Ben as a middle linebacker? He's still a 75. He's a pretty good safety too. He's still a 75 middle linebacker. What about Oscar? Can he be a middle? He goes down as a middle. I think we move. What about Giacomini? Giacomini. No, that's Waddell. I want Giacomini. He goes up. I think we move Ben Aguilar to middle linebacker, and then because Cedric Kimball will play still quite a bit, and then he'll still be the starter, and we'll move Guardado to the other side as well to even it out. I think that works out. Man, our linebacker depth is not what it used to be, man. It sucks. Mike Tubbs, you're not the guy. It's going to be Kimball, okay? Waddell, 77 speed. Probably Giacomini's going to start, and then he probably is the power rusher, like the Ben Laney replacement maybe. Great depth, though, like I said, in the secondary. Presley, Sylvia, Reinbolt, Wiley, whatever. Trask, Galladay, Kaufman. All of these guys are back from the national title run last year. Absolutely awesome. Horn's back for his senior year as well. We'll have to find Al Brikich on the field somehow. He needs to play after that pick 6 he had against BYU. Probably can get him in maybe behind maybe Coco. Should I get him behind Coco? No, that's Horn. I hate that glitch. I'm down on Brikich. Put him at, let's put him at strong safety. He's a hybrid, it says, so now we have, I like that. We'll do that. Adds more speed too, which we need at that position. By far the fastest strong safety. Kicker, new kicker, Rudy Moray. Hopefully you develop well. 90 kick power though, that's good. Just needs to get a little more accurate. And then Roy Van Buren sucks. So that's how the position changes are going to wrap up. Now the fun part is how does everyone get better? You know, how's everyone gonna get better? We are now max level. That sucks because this game's stupid. But let's take a peek. Dwayne Burks went up 1, maybe 2. That is not okay, Dwayne. McBurrows went up a couple. Fox to an 8. He went up a few. Not as much development as I would have hoped from what I'm seeing here. Javier Smith went up to a 90, so that's good. Cindy Aaron went up a lot. Sydney Aaron went up to a 75, so that's cool. I don't know, maybe he can be a good utility back for us. Floyd Madden, excuse me, sir. You shot up the depth chart. What were you before this? You're now an 83 overall with impact development. Okay. Let me check really quick what he was, because I didn't even acknowledge him. I guess I didn't even put my highlighter thing, player highlighter, over his name, but if you go back, it shows him with the morale boost or whatever you want to call it at a 70. So I'm gonna guess he was around like a 68 or something. But either way, he now has 99 catching, 97 spec catch. Or no, sorry. 99 catch in traffic, 97 spec catch. 97 medium route running. Oh my gosh, Cooper. Okay, you can get off the line and you can run some routes, buddy. Holy cow. Did not know that about you, but good work in this offseason. 99 jumping for Carden, 98 really. We got guys that can get off press. Whoa, wowza. This could be a electric offense with what I am seeing here. We got some guys. What about short route running? Some good short route runners. Not really good medium guys. Carden's okay. And then deep, though, that's kind of what we focus on. Wow, that's going to be even takeoff up to an 87 catching. Top hands on the team as our fourth receiver. So that's good development here from the receivers that I'm seeing. That's happy with the way they look here, especially Madden. Did not expect anything like that from him. Holy cow. We'll have to see how he plays in practice. Khalid Irvin passes Antonio Conrad and Antoine Eakin on the tight end depth chart in terms of overall, but it's just because of like the stuff, like the morale. Okay, I guess he's an 81, whatever. But yeah, the morale's there. So 75, they're all still 75 overall. So Eakin will still obviously start and be the number one guy, probably in the passing attack. We'll have to see, but two very good left tackles. Just our line is amazing. We did this dynasty the right way, building the O-line, or starting with the trenches. The defense is going to be a little tricky this year. We'll see how it goes. Ty Barnes, you won't play. You suck. You suck. If your name is Ty Barnes out there and you're watching this, I'm sorry. But Costanzo jumps up a good bit. Good power move from him, since that's his kind of bread and butter. Not really any good finesse rushers, though. Good block shed from Joey Curtin. That's nice to have. Best on that side of the edge, anyway. And then Burks, he's a power rusher as well. See, no one really has good finesse moves. And then the block shedding, Denzel Malik is the best there at that. So Paul Gant, I don't know. I think Denzel Malik might play over Gant. I don't know. We'll have to kind of just play with some practice and see where people fit, how they feel in the game and stuff like that. 96 finesse move for Kashawn Meredith. I had a lisp there. That was bad. That's crazy. 98 block shed for Homer, though. He's the dude that stops it in the running. Even he's got inside disruptor, outside disruptor, option disruptor, and Riku. That is insane. I'd never noticed that. What do those do? Physical, yeah. No, is it physicals? Is that what I want? Yeah. Require improved shedding on outside runs, improved shedding on option runs, improved shedding on inside. That's crazy. He's just a god at block shedding. That's cool. No one else really, though. Albrecht, oh my gosh. He jumps Fisher with I wish that wasn't there. Why is the morale there? But he jumps up a lot. So then we got some competition at the left outside linebacker spot, because he had Oscar Fisher didn't really do much, and Albrecht jumped up a lot. So that's good to see. Tubbs, you won't be playing, dude. I think it's Kimball. I think Kimball showed us enough last year. Even though he's a 74, I think he's good enough. But I think Aguilar will play too, obviously. Giacomini, I wish he went up more. I like him. I like his speed that he brings, but I don't know, maybe it's just not going to end up turning out like I hoped with his development. Ryan Bolt jumps up a lot. Okay. He's now the number one corner on the depth chart as true overall even. 88 overall. I think he was a 79 last year or something like that. So, crazy jump. Zach Presley is corner 2, and then Selvia drops down to corner 3, but he's got gold knockout. So that's, something to keep in mind. Galladay, Wiley, Trask. Trask actually started last year, week 1, and just felt bad. And then we put in Reinbolt, and he was immediately better. So we'll see if Trask got better truly this offseason. Horn didn't go up at all, I think. Maybe a couple. That sucks. But anyway, Toon went up a lot and actually passed Brick in terms. I hate that, dude. It gets me every time. Toon's only got 82 speed. He's 6'2", 210 though. So like, he's a dude he's like a Cam Chancellor, like a smaller Cam Chancellor, I guess. He's not fast at all. So do you at least have good hit power? What is it? 86? Yeah, I'll take that. That's, a little mini Cam Chancellor. I'll take that. Kicker, his accuracy, I think I went up. I think it was 69 before, or 68, so I'll take that. And then Ben Buren, I hate him. So overall, I think the training results weren't as good as I was hoping they'd be. Still good though. But yeah, I don't know. I don't want to say it, but I think we could see maybe a step back for this team. Only need to suggest 5 people transfer. I think McBurrows is gone. I think we let him go because he's going to, it's just going to add too much to the background noise. And I think if anything, after this year, we would want to go to Diego. So I'm going to have McBurrows hit the portal. Especially because how the season went last year. Emmett Hodges, we don't need another power back, so he can leave. We don't need that many running backs. George Lemons, that's an easy. Gonzo. We don't need anyone here. Some of the linemen maybe would make sense in terms of transferring. He needs to stay. So none of the linemen should leave, actually, looking at that. 2 more, though, do have to go. Maybe a corner. No, we can't have one of those guys. I would be okay with Kuberski leaving. I mean, he hasn't really done anything. So, and he's got 1 year left at 84 speed, so I'm cool with him gone, especially with the safeties we brought in. And then, I think Ty Cobb too would leave. I think not Ty Cobb. He played for the Yankees. Timmy Cobb is gone as well. And that's what we stick with to head into season 6, officially, of the Paleo Tech Dynasty. I'm going to keep saying it because I have no idea, honestly. I don't know how far this is going to go. So this might just abruptly end, or maybe I do like a full, upload a bunch of videos all at once, like a full season type. I don't know. We'll see how it goes. But either way, like I've been saying the last few videos, College Football 26, I'll be doing something, okay? So like, comment, subscribe. I would very much appreciate it. We'll look at the schedule first before we get going here. Missouri again, a rematch, but this time in our house. Iowa again at Kinnick, our first real upset win, I would say, a few seasons ago. And then Pitt. I'm going to make that a bye week because this is dumb. We're going to put a game on week 2. And I think we should go. Who should we play? I feel like we should do a ranked team. That's only at this point, because we are back-to-back national champions. So how is Miami's good? I think they might still have Dieter. So we're going to maybe Texas. Texas would be pretty good too. Washington. I think Oklahoma. That's pretty good. Let's go to Norman, Oklahoma. We'll go to Norman. Start the season at home. And then we'll go on the road back-to-back weeks against ranked opponents. We've played Iowa before. I don't want to play Iowa again, now that I'm talking about it. Because we've been to Kinnick. I want to play, obviously, a ranked team. Georgia would be okay. Oh my gosh. Obviously, that'd be good. Miami. I don't want to go another SEC team, though. Oregon, a rematch. Could do I think that's SEC. USC. Let's go. Yeah, we'll go USC. We'll go play at the Coliseum, and then we'll play Mid Tennessee State at home, at home, and then we'll be on the road to start conference play against Kansas. Have a bye. On the road again against Kansas State. Home against Iowa State, on the road against Cincinnati, home Colorado, road Utah, home BYU, home West Virginia. So, what is that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 home games this year. And then that's obviously a bye game. I don't know. Maybe we should do this. Let's make Middle Tennessee a bye. And let's make this an actual game instead. As like, still want obviously a good team. USF maybe? USF would be cool. The Bulls. We'll play USF we'll play a ranked, there we go. What is that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 ranked teams on the schedule. So I think that's okay, right guys? That's okay. That's a good schedule. We'll roll with that. I think this is a good schedule. And now we'll save that, set it in stone. Take a look at who wants to be a Mammoth. We got any 5 stars, please? Do we have any 5 stars, please? I'm gonna look in 3, 2, 1. No 5 stars, at least right off the rip that I'm seeing. Dang it. Any 5 stars here? No. Oh! There is Christian Spears, a power rusher from Green Bay. You are going on the list. We have a lot of people that aren't even not kicking us off the board too, so that's cool. But I'm going to, let's first look at QB, halfback, left tackle, right guard, right tackle, and then anyone on defense from D tackle behind. Okay. Wow, that's I told you the defense would be tough. So I'm going to specifically start there. Holy cow. Who wants Luis Mole? Luis Mole. That's oh man. Armani Cherry. Cool name. First 2 on the board besides the other guy. Wait, what did I just? Oh, hit the wrong thing. There we go. Outside linebackers, Mike Muwamba. Welcome to the board. Edward Samuelson. Johnny Homa from Iowa, okay. Carlos Pearson, Devon Waiters. I think we throw him on just because he's a JUCO. It's good to have someone like that, but we'll still scout all of these guys. Corner. I don't think we need corner, so it's kind of weird they put it on there, but David Kikaha? I think it'd be Kikaha. David Kikaha? That's pretty, I don't know. Peter Jewell, okay, cool. Tyree Branson, welcome. I'm gonna go through the rest here soon. Fabian, not Malvo, that's a sick name. John Gooch, okay, cool. Let's might as well, we're already recording here, guys. We're just hanging out. We're just vibing. Might as well just go through the rest. Matt Ahmed, an elusive back, and Jared Kunazic, I think it's how, I don't know. You're not putting you on board. We're too good now. We need to be very selective. Edward Peterson, Alex Kempfert, and DeAndre Abraham, though. Some very solid receivers to look at. Romeo Lanier, Quinton Smythe, Kevin Awe, Zach Matlock. They've seen what we do with tight ends in this offense, and they want to be a part of that. Don't blame them one bit. Obviously, we got tackles that want to be here because we are lineman university. We're just the best at building linemen. No guards though, that's weird, but we also brought in some guards, so that's fine. And then D ends, these two right here. So those are the 28 initial guys that are recommended and also fit like the team needs, I feel, but obviously we'll add more. So I'm gonna go through and scout these guys quick. We were a few guys down. Found a bust in Armani Cherry, so put him at the bottom, and then moved to the middle linebacker, Devon Waiters, the JUCO from Rigby, Idaho, same state that Cedric Kimball's from, and he was a gem as well. Gem, not very good in zone, but he's a pretty safe tackler, I think, with solid speed, so I offered him, and he committed right away. So I will accept that all day of the week. Welcome to the team, Waiters. All right, everyone. I feel good with where the board is at right now, at least with the guys that we have on it. Everyone that I've scouted used up all the points. Kevin Spears, DN from Green Bay, the 5-star, is the top guy. He didn't go up or down, so still good enough to be on here. Otherwise, 2 through what? Like 11, I think? 2 through 10 are all gems. So John Gooch, the safety, Fabian Malvo, really cool name. Tyree Branson, another safety. Alex Kempfert, a receiver. Best friend, that's cool. I don't even know really what that does. But he's a deep threat, but good size. Lane Dickens, Carlos Pearson, Matt Ahmad, I should say. Ahmad is how you say that. Emmett Thomas, Mike Muamba, and then Spears, like I said. We found some got some instant commits besides Devon Waiters and Luis Mole, I think is how you'd say that. Good run stopping D tackle from Idaho. Both of these guys are actually from Idaho, so I'm gonna use my deductive reasoning and say if you have the insta commit badge and you offer somebody from a platinum pipeline, I would go to say that that's probably a good thing for insta commits. Probably is what it seems like. I have no idea though. That's the first time I've ever really used it. Otherwise, we have kept a few busts on the board just for extra bodies, in case we lose out on guys in the recruiting process. Not too many busts though. Otherwise, everyone here from 25 and up is just kind of, they are what they are. We want to see at least what they look like, or how the recruiting battles turn out, because we have like 4 tight ends. We don't need that many, but found Colin Van Horn, a crazy good power back with 4 different abilities and silver balanced. So that would be very nice to have in the backfield, because we're also looking at bringing in Matt Ahmad, or was it Ahmad? Ahmed. I don't know. That's one of those, I'm saying that so much now, I'm questioning how I pronounce it. So Matt, we're bringing in Matt, and he's got 95 seed. Jeez, dude. Oh my God. Okay, blah, blah, blah. Been talking a long time. This is a long video. Okay. He's got 95 speed, so he will be the lightning to hopefully Van Horn's thunder. But that is going to be the recruiting board, at least to start with on season 6. But that is where we will end the off season. Like I said, I don't even know if we'll even play a game or have a game uploaded of season 6. It's just gotta do it as it comes, I guess, as the game. I think College Football 26 comes out July 26th, so we're almost, maybe, if anything, if we play this season, this would be the last one of this team. So I'm not committing to anything yet. It's not like I need to, I guess, because either way I'm gonna make a dynasty. But at least with this one, I feel like something will happen. We'll figure it out. But either way, we're back-to-back champs. So I feel like if we don't even play again, we've won. We've established a new program. We built the Team Builder Dynasty and made them a powerhouse. They're not a 5-star school yet, but they're 4 in their back-to-back national titles. Back-to-back national champs. So I think that's a victory in terms of how to look at the rebuild or whatever, or just build. We're just build. We didn't rebuild them. It's a build. But either way, kind of rambled there for a second about the outlook on things, but just wanted to get that out there too. So let me know what you guys think if you stumble across this, or excited for otherwise just say, hey, pumped to see what happens in college football 26. Either way though, we're national champs as Mammoths, back to back. No one can take that from us. So I don't have a slogan for the team. Ice on, because we're I don't know. Ice on. Woohoo. We'll roll with that. Ice on, guys. I'll see you. Maybe. I don't know. We'll see you soon. I'm not even going to say what the next video is, but I will see you soon.